Dominic CalvertLewin's Arsenal transfer is what we are talking about today. It's the main focus that we're definitely talking about. And if you want to know who this football player is, definitely, and what are the chances of Arsenal signing Dominic CalvertLewin, just make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've definitely got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related, right about here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your host Abu Kal. So guess what we're talking about? We're definitely talking about Dominic CalvertLewin, who is an Everton football player. He is a forward, and the fact that Arsenal have been trying to get yet another forward, they've had success in getting quite good forwards. Will be remembered that Gabriel Jesus is one of the forwards that is at Arsenal, but he has had quite a big number of injuries. And that when he's had an injury, definitely there's been a bit of a gap that has been left in there when he's had injuries. So Arsenal are looking at a very dangerous football player that can be possibly be on the bench a bit and also come and play quite well and get a few more goals. But if he's performing, then he can get first club football, first team football. Anyway, forwards at Arsenal, we've got Gabriel Jesus, we've got Gabriel Martinelli, Edin Ketia, Leandro Trossard, and Reece Nelson. Gabriel Jesus coming from Brazil, Gabriel Martinelli from Brazil also, Leandro Trossard, who is a Belgian international, and Reece Nelson, who is an English football player. So it will be remembered that out of these, definitely the main focus we're going to be talking about those ones who be on the front line, and that's Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketia, and also possibly plus Reece Nelson. Right about now, the club is looking at getting yet another wonderful striker, and for some reason, Dominic CalvertLewin, who is he's actually an English football player, isn't he? I think he is an English football player. Let's see his origins. Let's say Dominic CalvertLewin. Let me get his origins and we look at where he is from. He's an English professional football player. That's right. Age 26. That's brilliant. He's still very young. Let's get a bit of info about him. Dominic Nathaniel. That's his name. Dominic Nathaniel CalvertLewin, who is an English professional football player who plays as a striker for Premier League club Everton and the English national team. CalvertLewin began his career at a local club Sheffield United, making his senior debut on loan at the Conference North team at Stalybridge Celtic in December 2014. Oh, had I got a seeing up forward, seeing the possibly that was 2024. That's 2014. Anyway, so this gentleman was quite impressed when he's been playing for Everton. It will be remembered that while he's been at Everton, things have definitely been going on quite well for him. But, Everton didn't have the best of seasons and it's not been playing quite well. But they've had a very good football player in there. They've had Dominic CalvertLewin, who is a wonderful one and has scored quite a number of goals for the club. We can look at his statistics and see why a few clubs are also interested in him. Let's first see which clubs he's definitely played for ever since he joined football. Anyway, he has played for Stalybridge Celtic, and he's played for Northampton Town. He's played for Sheffield. He's played for Everton under 23. He's played for England under 20. He's played for England under 21, England the national team. Also, he's been in there and played 2 matches in 2021 in the UEFA Euro. Then also, he's been playing for Everton up to recent. So we need to see what was his what was his best season. Where did he score the biggest number of goals? You'll remember that was the season. Let me see. season 2021, season 2020, 2021, season 2020, 21. Anyway, that was 16 goals he managed to score in 33 appearances. That shows you that he's got quite a bit of potential in him. He can score given the opportunity. If he's under the management of Mikel Arteta, definitely he can definitely score as many goals as he wants. So let's see. He's played for Everton since 2016 to late, and right about now. He's played quite a big number of games. His boy scored, let's see, from 2017 per goal, seasons per goal. We've got 1, 4, 6, 13, and 16. That was his best season, I think, scoring in 2019, 2020, 13 goals, and then 16 goals in 2020, 2021, and also scoring 5 goals 2021, 2022. Recently, last season, not so many goals, but he had also quite a number of appearances and assists. Anyway, let's take a bigger look at this gentleman and him joining the club Arsenal and what definitely it could be meaning for the club Arsenal. I don't think, to be honest with you, he's a very good football player. He's a good football player, but I don't see him coming to Arsenal and getting first team football. I don't think Dominic CalvertLewin. He's good. He's a good football player, undoubtedly. But let's look at the strikers. Who is he better than? Do you think he's better than Edin Ketia? Do you think he's better than Reece Nelson? Or you think he's better than Gabriel Jesus? So there's going to be a bit of competition for first team football in there. I don't think Mikel Arteta would have a 100% fit Gabriel Jesus seat and bring on Dominic CalvertLewin. And I don't think he would sit down Reece Nelson or Edin Ketia. However, he's not been tested. We're talking about current form. However, it's not been tested, and that's what happened. That's what happened with the Arsenal goalkeeper right about now, between Aaron Ramsdale and who was the goalkeeper then? Bernard Leno. We always, for some reason, we always saw Bernard Leno as a very wonderful goalkeeper, as a very good goalkeeper. Though he made quite a few mistakes until he got an injury, I think that's when everything overturned. When he got an injury and Aaron Ramsdale was given an opportunity to start, he impressed. He definitely impressed. And up to now, he's impressed. And Bernard Leno couldn't have any football for himself. Leno couldn't get first team football, and it's even worse when you're a goalkeeper, isn't it? So I think we could be heading to something like a similar situation like that with these football players if they are given chance. I mean, when Edin Ketia has always been given chance, he's always impressed. It sometimes even gives you an impression that you should be starting on every game. But you can't have a fit Gabriel Jesus who's had quite a big history on him of scoring. You definitely know that if he's there, there are very many chances of him creating goal-scoring opportunities and also himself scoring goals. So, Dominic CalvertLewin, if he gets to Arsenal, I think it could be a great one, but I think he could be starting from the bench. And we need to see his market value, and we see a football player like him. But if he's given a chance, he can prove himself, He can prove himself and put on the competition, and possibly things can be going on quite well for him. So, I think if Arsenal definitely need this gentleman because he's also linked to quite a big number of clubs. If Arsenal need him, I think Arsenal needs to make sure they get him quick and fast, as you already know that how things went last season wasn't the best for the club Arsenal, as very many clubs were always waiting for which football player will Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar be linked to, and for some reason all those football players were definitely taken away. Anyway, we need to see also Calvert Lewin. We need to see his strengths and see exactly why is he a big football player, why is he a good football player, and we also need to see his market value and see if Arsenal are going to be willing or are able or are in a position of getting him. Let's get his market value and we see. Let's start with market value before we could go to his strengths and weaknesses, but mainly we will talk about his strength. Anyway, Dominic CalvertLewin's current transfer value is between 11.7 million euros to 19.6 million euros. Now, this is reality. This is a hot cake for Arsenal football players. No football players, but Arsenal fans. I think you've got a football player right here. Dominic CalvertLewin linked to Arsenal, and he is worth 11.7 million euros to 19.6 million euros. What does that mean? That means the club definitely affords him, and it's not even about affording him, but if both parties come together and talk, an agreement can be comfortably reached, because Arsenal is always looking for such football players, cheap and effective. So there are very big possibilities though. Dominic CalvertLewin is going to end up at the club Arsenal. Anyway, let's look at also his strengths and weaknesses. So the 24-year-old, he definitely still is very young, and he could sign a 4-year deal, comfortable, 4-year, 5 deal, comfortable, no plan, no problem. 24-year-old has the 24-year-old has a knack for being in the right place at the right time, often making clever blindside runs to find himself in a high chance goal scoring opportunity, and also peeling away from his marker to find himself free at the back of the post for a header or a cutback. Definitely positioning himself in the right places. That is what every striker definitely wants, and he's already got it. So that is his strengths. That's where his power definitely is, and I think he is a brilliant one. He's going to perform if he gets to Arsenal, but when he's played for Everton, he's performed brilliantly, scored quite a big number of goals for Everton. But I think he also needs history written onto him a bit. You can't play, when you look at the clubs he's played for, not in a bad way, I'm not saying these clubs are bad, but they're not the best of clubs, I must say. They are good clubs. Like Stylebridge Celtic, it's a good club, but you can compare Stylebridge Celtic to the likes of Arsenal, Man U, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Then not Nottingham. This is Northampton Town. Also, because it's from Stylebridge, we're into Northampton Town. Still same levels. Still, then Sheffield United, then Everton, and then that's it. Everton. I think he needs a big club in his history. Oh, he played for Arsenal. He played for Manchester United. He played for City or Liverpool, and maybe needs a few trophies on him. So I think Arsenal have a bigger hand in this, and if they are interested in this gentleman, I think Arsenal have the biggest chance of signing this gentleman. But as it stands per now, talks have been through with his agent and also him, plus the Arsenal management about this transfer, and we think it could be going on quite well. If everything goes on quite well, we definitely think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is definitely going to be heading to Arsenal. Otherwise, I thank you for being part of this, and make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've definitely got to bring to, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related, right up here, the Arsenal chapter with me, your host Abu Kaus. As I tell you, thank you and goodbye for now.